charged with a huge package of care, most of which I don't get anymore, but I still have a CPM, or they're also called care coordinators now, which is basically a community psychiatric nurse. They
came in from the downstairs loo because I was putting some mascara on, and I've just found Albert playing Harry Potter on Mummy's phone. Can you see that little hand right there? It's a bit dark, isn't it? Oh, you're cute too.
Say hello to the people.
Yeah.
We're kissing again.
Oh, I think it's that toothpaste.
Yeah.
I like
It's only
it.
since they've been having their toothy pegs brushed that they started kissing each other. Good morning, hello, good something to you. What do I normally say?
I don't know.
Hello, good morning. Something to you. Having a mind blank.
You normally talk about your redness, if that helps.
I'm not red this morning.
No.
Powder up my face. Now we just need to get Dixie's eye on camera. My nose. Around my face. 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 Around my face.
I tried.
Me and the girls to die.
Yeah.
So going out.
Yeah. I'm going to pick up my mum and dad, and then we're going to go to my nan's house. Let me finally flop, Mummy.
Yeah.
I'm so tired. Is it nap time?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Can it be anyway?
No.
Oh
Because Mummy
no.
needs to eat before she goes.
Oh no.
I was just thinking, yesterday I turned and said, I need you to go to Alfredley so I can do your birthday card.
I'm out today.
You're out, you like 4
But,
times
yeah.
as long, like longer
Yeah.
today. So guess what I'll be doing?
Have you done an anniversary card?
Nope,
Are you going to be doing one of them?
probably.
Okay.
You're gorgeous!
That wasn't. Okay, right.
Yeah,
Well,
moment passed.
yeah. So I'm going to... Hey, see you later.
I'm just sat here watching some TV with the girls eating my dinner. Look. I don't know if you can be able to see them. I'll try with the flash, 2 seconds. There you go. How adorable are they? Super cute. Aww. I do love them. Aww. Otherwise, I've not long woke up. Like I said, I'm just eating a bit of dinner, watching a program called Ask the Doctor. At the minute they're talking about allergies and asthma, which is quite appropriate for me, so it'll be quite interesting. And then I really should do Soph's birthday and anniversary card, but I just cannot be bothered. I just feel so exhausted that I probably will just sit here and read. I don't know, but I'll let you know. it'll more than likely be reading because it's a really good book. I've not picked it up since 2 days ago, I think it is. So yeah, that's my day so far. Riveting. So, a few years ago, when I first got into my wheelchair and my lungs started declining severely, I couldn't cope with any of it, and I became very suicidal. As a result, I ended up being taken to a secure mental health unit, and I was sectioned, and I was in there for about 6 months. Since coming out, because I was on a section, because I was deemed unfit to make decisions of my own for my own safety, I got discharged with a huge package of care, most of which I don't get anymore, but I still have a CPM, or they're also called care coordinators now, which is basically a community psychiatric nurse. You either meet up with them in somewhere they arrange, or for me, they come to our house because of obviously my oxygen needs, and being in my wheelchair makes it really difficult to get out and about, and most meeting places, they're not all that ideal with access. And because of being on this specific section, my careco that I had at the time, she told me about this budget that you get for having been on this section, and you can use the budget for getting in people to help you with care, to go on a holiday. I initially was getting it because I was doing horse riding at a riding school for the disabled, and it was amazing. I used to do horse riding as a kid, and I loved it. And then obviously being in my wheelchair, I thought I'm never going to be able to do it again. And then I found a beautiful RDA school in Cornwall, and the instructors were lovely, the helpers were lovely, the horses were beautiful. They had a lift for me to transfer onto the horse, and then getting off, what we'd done was, so like say here's the horse, my wheelchair would go literally right next to him, and then I would have someone at the head of the horse holding the head, someone on the right side that would lift my leg over the horse, and then I would have 2 people, one either side of my chair, and I would slide down off the saddle, and the 2 people either side would catch me, holding me there. Not necessarily like taking my whole weight. Obviously my legs buckled, I cannot stand on my legs at all. And obviously as they caught me, we then rotated and I would sit straight in my chair. It was a really swift movement. And that was what my budget was initially going to be used on. And then I started getting severe pain in my spine. I had no clue what it was. I was getting numbness down my legs. I couldn't, my movement was getting even less in like my lower legs. So I went and saw a doctor, and I got told that I had degenerative disc disease, and 4 of my discs were crumbling, and 2 of them were herniated and were crushing my nerves, which was what was causing the numbness in my legs. So that was my love of horse riding taken away from me, just like everything else. And it was another big blow, because I was doing really well, and we were even talking about doing competitions. So yeah, I was mega gutted. And then obviously I had the process of applying for this budget to help fund it, because I was having private one-on-one lessons. Just because of my anxiety, and being in groups just isn't really good. And during this hospital mission, when I was sectioned, being on like line of sight, which is basically I had somebody, on occasions I had two people, but most of the time I had one person. They had to see me 24 hours a day, sleeping, eating, going to the toilet, showering. I was not allowed on my own. And you're pretty much forced in a way to go into the OT room, which is the occupational therapy, which they get you doing arts and crafts and just doing stuff to pass your time, to try and distract your mind. And that is where I had my love for painting. At the time it was acrylic painting, but I would never use a brush. You know the little PVA glue sticks? I would paint with those. I'll show you some of the pictures later. They're all, I've got most of them going up the stairs. So yeah, I would use chalks. I'd hairspray the chalk on the canvases, and then I would do a little bit of editing with the acrylic with the PVA glue sticks. I then moved on to watercolour painting, making cards. I found then that I could really draw, and it wasn't drawing, copying things, it was being able to create something in my mind and put it straight to paper. And when I left hospital, this painting continued, and it progressed, and it's got better. But alongside that creative stuff, I started finding other crafts that I was really falling in love with. And I used to knit, and I started knitting hats for neonatal intensive care units. I believe my Just Giving page is still up. So basically I set myself a challenge of knitting 4,950 NICU hats for every NICU unit in England. That's 30 hats, and there's 165 NICU units, which is why there's 495 hats I wanted to create. I'm about halfway through that at the minute, but unfortunately with my arthritis in my hands, I could no longer do knitting. And then I managed to pick up on crocheting. I can't read crochet, I don't understand any of it in writing, but I've watched a few YouTube videos, and everything that I make now is made up in my head. And I figured whilst I was doing that, making these hats for babies, I would raise money for Asthma UK, because I have brittle asthma, which is what the Just Giving page is for. I don't 100% know if it is set up. I will find out, and if it is, I'll put it in the vlog, the description. But if not, oh well, never mind. It's just one of those things. And I soon become addicted to yarn. I don't know if you've seen the boxes that's over there. One with the scary doll. So like these 9 boxes. Is it 9? Yeah, 9 boxes there are all full of yarn. Plus there's yarn scattered around the house. It's everywhere. It's in my wheelchairs, it's in the car. Literally everywhere. And with my budget from being on the section, one of the things I've bought a lot is yarn. The other day I got this one from Poundland. I did get 2 others as well, but they're still in the kitchen at the minute. And then my budget come in this month and I was like, what shall I buy? And then I had an email come through from one of the yarn companies I bought from before. And they had a 30% off plus free shipping. That was a bad mistake for them to send me that email. So despite having a ton of yarn already, I bought some more. And it's arrived today. Yay! So I'm going to open it now. And the one thing I love about this company is they always put the yarn in a really pretty bag. So the yarn that I got is really pretty. And this is one of them, and it's a double knit. And there's this one, and as you can see it's got like blues and things going in it. And it's another double knit. Should I put it the right way up for you to read? And there's this one, which is just gorgeous. Again, it's a double knit. Another double knit. That one's got all these little hidden colours as well running through it. Another double knit. And there's this one, another double knit, but it's got hidden colours running through it. And lastly, another double knit, which is this one, and again, hidden colours running through it. So apart from this one, they are all the same make, and that's Harmony. They are beautiful yarns. I've used them before and that's why I keep going back to them. But on this website they have multiple different like creators, is that what they are? I don't know. Double knit, single knit, stocking knit, fluffy. Oh god, they've got everything. So I'll leave a link for this website. You never know, you might like yarn too. But this is my little haul for now. So the knit units are going to have some beautiful coloured hats being made soon. I'm using some orange at the moment, which was again from Poundland. So I'm just using that up, and then I'm going to move on to this one from Poundland, and then I'm going to move on to these. I'm in my heaven! Yay! And this is the bag. It's only like an organza sort of bag, but it's just something to hold like all the yarn in, and it just sits all perfectly in there really. And they've got different sized organza bags, and every time you buy from them it will arrive in one of these organza bags, so something nice to store it in as well. some tassels. Ta-da! Yay! So today I very much failed at doing pen paling, doing Soph's birthday card and anniversary card. None of it happened, not even reading. Instead, I made these four. Aww. This is the yarn from Poundland. How cute is that? It turned out so lovely. Well, I like it anyway. And Soph likes it. And I used the last of my orange. Add a bit of purple decal in as well. Yay! So some. Yay!
I've been home for a while, not massively long, a couple of hours.
Yeah, do you want to talk to them? I haven't taken my tablets and my head's getting bad.
Yes, I've been home for a couple of hours now. That's really uncomfortably close. Hi everyone. If I look like I've been crying, ooh, I'm failing. If I look like I've been crying, it's because I've just taken off my makeup. So I'm not. Oh well. But yeah, so today was a really busy day for me. Did you tell them like what I was up to? Basically, we went to my nan's house.
Actually, I might have. I don't remember.
Just in case, I'll summarize it. But yeah, we went to my nan's house, and I sort of helped fix her shed. And then she needed these little things put on the bottom of her sofa because she couldn't lift it. Like, she couldn't push it to move it because it's too heavy and she's on her own. She's only tiny.
And old.
Well, yeah. I figured that was a given. She's my nan.
Not all nans. There's some nans out there that are like 30, 40 now.
I'm nearly 25. I think my
They
nan...
don't know that.
What, I'm nearly 25?
Yeah. I haven't told them already, Jen.
Oh, well, now you know. But, well, now I've lost my train of thought.
Helping down with the sofa.
Oh, yeah. So we put these little... They were flat. They're not like wheels or anything, but they're super slidey.
And they got felt on it on a laminate floor.
No.
Oh.
It's... I feel like Dad said it's like Teflon.
I have no idea what that is.
No, me neither. But yeah, I think my dad said it was like Teflon. I don't know. But it's like a hard plasticky stuff. But that's what they've got on theirs, and theirs moves really well. But anyway, these things are pretty amazing. But yes, we did that, but obviously, like, it means a lot of driving for me, which I'm okay with. Because I find it easier to drive than my dad does, so...
And he loved my wheelchair.
Oh my god, he really loved it. He sat in the back with Charlie's chair, like she says, and he absolutely adored it, because his wheelchair is... It's just...
It's an electric wheelchair, but... It's a temporary one. It's not one to be sat in for long hours.
No, it's more like the shape of just like a normal wheelchair, but like with the bottom bit a bit bigger with electricity. None at all. There's no headrest. There's no back shaping or anything. The armrests are short and small, and his feet rests are horrible and stuff. But he literally adored Charlie's wheelchair because it was so comfortable. He said that's the most comfortable journey he's had in a long time. Which is nice that we managed to do that for him, but are you going to be in the vlog now?
Vlog?
That's what I said.
With a V. It's not photos. Hello.
Hey dear.
But yeah, I didn't need my wheelchair. I've got plenty of other wheelchairs. I wasn't going out and about, so I figured it would be safer because like I said, his chair doesn't have a headrest. And it was a reasonably long journey.
Stretching them.
And obviously if they were to get in an accident...
Which, I have to say, was... Sorry, carry on, I'll tell them after.
Yeah, if they were to get in an accident, his neck would have snapped, like, straight away. Because I think the support goes halfway... I had the exact same chair as him. I think it came halfway up my back. So there's zero support. But yeah.
I was going to say, which was quite possible today because, especially coming home, it was peeing it down. It was really, really dark and really, like, misty stuff with the rain because it's like that miserly rain. And so many people were overtaking me because I'm such a big vehicle around, like, country roads and stuff. I go a bit slower, especially when I can't see what's going on because it's so dark. And these people would just zoom in past on roads that they really should not. I mean, one person overtook me on a corner and it was horrible. But I also today, remember the other day that I said that we bumped the mirror off?
Mm-hmm.
Where are we going?
Oh, my hand's shaking, so that everyone's doing this.
But yeah, so I bumped the mirror off because this branch was hanging out of a bush. Same thing happened today. Different place, different bush, out of nowhere. And I know you might be thinking, yeah, come on, Soph, it's clearly you. It's not. Even my parents, it scared, like, the poops out of them because my dad was watching where we were going and it was not visible until it hit it. It was horrible, but I managed to fix it again. Dad's given us some, I think it's electrical wire tape, just to wrap around the top and the bottom just to keep the
We have some of that.
Yeah, I didn't know if we did or not.
Yeah, we did, because I used to keep it in the Vauxhall.
Yeah, it's probably in my car door.
The Vauxhall? That was the old car. We used to keep it in Lexi.
This is a Vauxhall now.
Yeah, I know, that's why I just said...
Oh.
But yeah.
Yeah.
My hand hurts from crocheting.
Oh.
I don't know why I've got a headache. I've drank pretty well.
Probably more than you have been when I've been here.
Well, I had 2 Dr. Peppers, some squash, a bit of water, some milk and my coffee. So yeah, I've drunk really well, and it's on my left side. My migraines aren't on my left side, are they? They're always on my right.
I don't know what that is then.
No. It's not like a terrible migraine right now, which is why I'm sat here talking to you. But, I know it's there. I can feel it. I just told Sophie, because I've just saw on the internet, that, the UK has refused a life-saving treatment for spinal muscular atrophy. I mean, how bloody stupid. I just don't get it. It's proven to be effective.
Does make you wonder why they would refuse it.
And other countries are using it on children with SMA. And the UK's just refused it. It's really shit, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of it. Soph took some photos, so I'm going to add them in at the end of the vlog. And
I took a couple of videos.
Did, so I'm going to add them in as...
They were really short, but they were there. That's all counts.
Indeedy. The girls went wild. I put Dixie in the wrap again tonight. I think there were fireworks and the girls did bark, but that was it.
Yeah, and
that's not normal.
How she's been when I've come back, even when we think that we heard some. like you say, she just barked, but then she just carried on playing and running around with Albert and eating her food, and it's like
going
she's
out to
her
pee.
normal self.
Yeah.
Just because she's wrapped up like that. It's amazing.
Yeah. Definitely going to be doing it again tomorrow.
Yeah.
And on Monday.
And if there's ever any thunder, we'll do the same then.
I mean, it might not work as effective because obviously it would have kicked in by then.
Well, yeah. But, you know, it might help ease it a little bit.
Yeah.
Only time will tell that one.
Indeed.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of our day.
Yeah.
My hand hurts from crocheting.
You said that bit.
Did I?
Yeah.
It really hurts.
Mm.
Like all in my my knuckles and joints. I did
Oh
crack
my
out 4
God.
hats though.
Yeah.
And a pom-pom.
I thought it was 2 pom-pom.
No. Just one with the orange hat. Yay.
Yeah.
4 more hats ticked off. Whoop, whoop.
I'm really tired.
We both are.
Yeah, so that's why we're just a bit like... It's been an exhausting day.
I normally nap, well, I nap every day. I normally wake up, by the time I've done all my treatments, got downstairs, taken my my tablet medication, then had breakfast. It's normally about 4 or 5 hours later, but it just knocks me out. So then I tend to go back asleep for, it's about 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
On average. Today, I woke up after an hour.
Oh, really?
Then I woke up after another hour, and I was just like, I can't be bothered anymore. So I think that might be...
That's probably why you've got migraine coming.
Yeah, and the lack of motivation to do anything.
Yeah, and obviously we woke up really early for us as well, so that obviously meant that we had more of the day to be awake, so those extra hours on top of the hours that you didn't nap, it's no wonder.
Yeah. Oh well. Such is life.
Yes.
There's always tomorrow.
Yes.
Unless a nuclear bomb hits us.
No.
Did you know?
Oh dear. There we go.
It's because I thought of bomb and then it just put me to it just reminded me of a fun fact for World War II.
I don't think the word fun and World War II should ever be used in the same
Well, it's not, but it's a fun fact. It's like, that's the saying, isn't it? Isn't it?
What you just said.
Well, it's because it's about carrots. So that's why it's a fun fact. It's not anything. But the British people came up on posters.
I did know this.
Stating that eating carrots gives you night vision, basically, that you can see in the dark. So they put it all on their posters to trick the Germans into thinking that they had eaten a shit ton of carrots, which is why they could see in the dark, when in fact they had night vision on their aeroplanes, which is why they could see in the dark. And it's just been a myth then that they don't know whether the Germans realised that it wasn't the truth. But the British people clearly think it's the truth. Because everybody says it.
Yeah, but saying that, I'm sure there is some form of vitamin or mineral in there.
You see more in the dark. Green veggies help your eyesight more than what carrots do.
Yeah, but then carrots weren't always orange.
No.
They used to be purple.
And potatoes. Oh, another fun fact. Sitting up super close to the TV like this, or reading like this, doesn't cause any damage to your eyes. In actual fact, there is studies that prove that it helps because you're not causing your eyes to strain from such a distance. And the lights and stuff from the TV do nothing. They don't damage your eyes. Yeah. And reading in the dark doesn't damage your eyes either, because light bulbs haven't been around for all that long. So
no, but candles have.
Yeah, and have you tried reading a book in with a candlelight?
Yeah.
It's a bit harder than in normal light, so you would be technically straining your eyes, wouldn't you? Apparently, but that's another fun fact because it doesn't. I've been watching health programs today. Also, studies have proven that if you're a child between 0 to 5,
I'm not.
No, if you grow up in like countrysides or visit fields regular, farm parks and stuff like that, it helps build your immune system more.
No.
Which helps reduce allergens.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And there's a new type of asthma out called thunderstorm asthma.
Oh, no.
And it's because, like, sometimes when people are just like, there's a huge thunderstorm, please be aware if you're you're asthmatic. Apparently there's been 4 major, there's been a few major like episodes where it's been really, really hot weather, which makes the flowers bloom and stuff, and then the thunderstorm hits, you get really bad wind and rain.
Yeah, all the pollen comes off.
Yeah, and it goes around, but because of the rain, it breaks up the particles of the pollen, which ordinarily your lungs can't breathe in the pollen because it's so big for it. But because the wind and rain breaks the pollen up, your lungs are able to breathe it in. And if you're allergic to it, when it then goes into your lungs, it's like your lungs on their own have a mini anaphylaxis, which obviously then sets off an asthma attack.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yep. So they're recommending now for all asthmatics, particularly like brittle asthmatics, to stay in when it's a thunderstorm, as a precaution, because they never know if it's going to happen again because of all this global warming crap. Yay! Fun facts with Charlie.
Are they done now?
For now, I can't think anymore.
Good.
Yay!
Yay.
So we're going to see you tomorrow, guys.
Good night.
Good night.